Welcome to Power Pilates. My name is Siri and I'm so glad you're joining me today. Grab your WeGym resistance looped band, put it off to the side for just a moment because we'll start with the standing warm-up and bring your feet underneath your hips. Let's start by setting up our Pilates alignment that we'll use in all of our exercises. Rock your weight forward into your toes. Then rock your weight back into your heels. Do that a few times and feel the floor underneath your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel. And now settle your weight evenly underneath your big toe, pinky, and heel on that foot tripod. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale to arch your back, tilting your pelvis forward, and then exhale to tuck your tailbone under, tucking your pelvis forward. So just a couple of times practicing isolating movement into our pelvis only. Head stays still, ribs stay still, knees and feet stay still. And after your next exhale, leave yourself in a neutral pelvis, somewhere in between the arched and the tucked. So if you had an imaginary tail, it would be pointing straight down. Now let's move to set our rib cage. Inhale to slide your ribs forward and exhale to slide them back. Try to do this without moving your hips or your shoulders or your head. That's hard, I know. This is a great thing to practice in front of a mirror if you have one. How about sliding your ribs to the right and then to the left? So we're practicing isolating the rib cage from the hips. And after your next one, leave your ribs right in the middle so they're stacked like a cylinder on top of your pelvis. Your rib cage is one cylinder, your pelvis is another cylinder, and they stacked right on top of each other. Now reach your chin forward and then pull your chin way back. This looks a little weird and it feels a little weird too, but we're just trying to find that optimal alignment right in the middle. So after your next one, leave yourself right in the center so your ear, your shoulder, your hip, and your heel are directly stacked on top of each other. Inhale, reach your arms up, pick up an imaginary crown, and let's place that crown over the top of your head. Right here is the crown of your head, and we're lifting up through that crown. From here, my friends, big inhale, exhale, scoop your navel in towards your spine and think about wrapping your rib cage in toward the center. This is where your power, your control comes from. The next time as you exhale, peel your right heel, your right big toe, and then your full right toe up off the mat. Inhale to lower. Exhale, other side. Our goal is to do this without shifting our weight side to side. Your hands can be at your hips. Your arms can be out to your sides. You could even be holding that imaginary crown on your head. Whatever works, but try to minimize the weight shifting from side to side. I know it's hard. Inhale to lower. Exhale, let's tap the right toes to the back diagonal. Inhale to bring it to center. Exhale, tap the left toes to the back diagonal. And see, even me, I'm shifting a little bit more than I want to. So I'm concentrating with every exhale on scooping the navel and finding that control and stability from the center, which in Pilates we do call the powerhouse for a reason, so that I'm able to move my legs with control. Let's try one more standing challenge. Pick up your band and place it around your thighs, just above your knees. Now, you're going to hinge forward at your hips, please. Shift your weight into your left leg. We inhale to float the right knee up to chest. Exhale to press the leg back. So there's a lot of balance challenge going on here. If you want to hold on to a countertop, the back of a chair, a wall, you're more than welcome to. Inhaling to bring the knee forward, exhaling to send it back, keeping a super long line from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And then let's switch sides. We're about to come down onto the mat and start our Power Pilates workout. Now that we've fired up the powerhouse, worked a little bit on balance, we are ready to go. Take one more with the leg. Inhaling, you're drawing your knee to chest. Exhaling, you're sending the leg back. And then lower down. Make your way to one end of your mat so that you've got some runway in front of you. Let's inhale to take the arms up. Exhale, arms down, chin to chest. Roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. When your fingertips come close to the mat, legs straight or bent, walk yourself forward into a plank. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Push the floor away with your hands. Scoop your belly button up towards your spine. Let's walk our feet forward. Right knee under right hip, left knee under left hip, and then walk back. Switch directions. Walk in, and out, out. Exhale in. Inhale as you walk back. Even though it's power Pilates and we're moving a little bit faster, we're always still breathing as we move. So I'll always tell you when to inhale and exhale. Let's do one more on each side, walking in and then walking back. Leave your legs behind you. We're coming down to the mat, so your choice, staying on your toes or dropping your knees down. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat and flip around onto your back. Bridge comes first. Your heels are so close to your glutes that you can touch them with the backs of your hands. Feet are hip width apart, and your band is still around your thighs. Let's inhale to prepare. Inhale to lower, and exhale to curl. Articulating through the spine, which means we're moving the spine up and down one vertebra at a time. So I'm rolling through those vertebrae like a string of pearls as I come up and down. Next time your hips lift, let's meet here. Hand pulse out on the band for 10, 9, 8, 7. Are you starting to feel some heat in your glutes? I hope so. 3, 2, 1. Hold your hips high. On your next exhale, float one knee up. Inhale to lower. Other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Your goal is to keep your hips totally still, even though one leg at a time is lifting. If you want more challenge, bend your elbows, point your fingertips to the sky. Or for even more of a challenge, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. That takes a contact point away from the floor, which makes it harder to balance. All right, my dear, next time you've got one leg up, let's inhale to straighten the leg on a diagonal, and then exhale to pull the knee into chest. Inhale, lengthen, so your knees are next to each other. Exhale, right. Keep going. Pushing through your supporting foot on the floor to fire up the supporting glutes. Last two. Last one. Let's leave that leg straight and lift it up to the sky. Lower down on that diagonal for 4, 3. Now start to lower on a sideways diagonal. So you're pointing the toe away from the midline of the body. Whew. And let's take it even wider so you're almost coming out to the side for 3, for 2, and 1. Keep your hips lifted, lower that leg. Let's reset in the center. We're switching sides. Inhale, press the other leg all the way out into diagonal. Exhale, pull the knee into chest. We've got 7 more here. Are your hips still lifted? Are your hip bones even and level? Last 2. Last 1. Leave the leg long, lift it straight up, and let's lower on the diagonal for 4, 3. Straight ahead. Now start to take your leg out to the side just a little bit for 3, and always option to challenge yourself by lifting the arms. Last 4, coming as far out to the side as you can while still keeping your hips still and stable. Last 1. Ooh, foot comes down. Take one more big inhale at the top and exhale to lower your hips down. Let's move the band around our forearms. So somewhere between your wrists and your elbows, and take a gentle little press out on the band just to get a feel for how much resistance this is giving you. For the next series, you have the option the whole way of keeping your head down on the mat or curling it up if that feels good. Let's start with our legs in tabletop, knees over hips. Take a big inhale, and on the first exhale, just straighten your legs to the sky. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. If you wish, on your next exhale, add that curl up. Inhale to lower. And if you want a little bit more, you're welcome to straighten your legs out on a diagonal. Inhale to lower. Exhale to straighten. Let's do 2 more. Every time you exhale, you scoop your navel into the spine and you slide your ribcage down to meet the hips. After your next one, option 1, you hold the arms reaching towards your legs. Option 2, you hold your arms directly over your shoulders. And option 3, for a little bit more tension, you hold the arms reaching towards your ears. Let's start to move the legs. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Head down or head up. This is our single leg stretch. Toes are pointed, legs are long. You have 4, 3, 2 inhales, 2 exhales. Last round, both knees into chest. Reach your hands toward your ankles. Let's inhale to lengthen arms and legs away from center. Exhale to pull everything in. Option, same thing with your head down. You choose how much you move the arms and legs. Keeping them closer toward the sky is going to be a little bit less tension. Reaching further away from center, a little bit more tension. Take 1 more. And then let's send our legs straight up to the sky for scissor. It's inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale as we scissor the legs. Nice vigorous pace. Option to curl your head up. Option to add a rotation toward the leg that's closest to you. It's inhale, exhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, almost there. Keep pulling your arms out against the band. Last one, both legs up. Let's take our head down. Pull out on the band, please, to activate your upper body. Inhale, lower your legs an inch or 2. Exhale to lift. I want you to feel your whole spine and low back pressed into the mat the whole way here. So even as your legs lower, your low body still stays glued to the mat. 1 more. Wonderful. Fold the legs in. Bring your elbows down to the mat. Shift your band to between your hands. So now we're actually grabbing hold of the band between our hands and pulling apart. Working a little bit of grip strength here and forearm strength. Send your legs right back up. Arms will stay anchored down. We inhale to open the legs. Exhale to close. Inhale and exhale. If you want a little more challenge, cross one ankle in front of the other when the legs come together. Now as we open the legs, let's pull out on the band. We open and close, open and close. Head can stay down or you're welcome to curl up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug your knees into chest. Take a gentle rock side to side. We're moving on to a kneeling upper body series. So start to rock forward and back on your mat several times until eventually you come all the way to a seated position, and then we'll meet kneeling. The band goes around your forearms again, so somewhere between your wrists and elbows. Your knees are as wide as your hips. Press your toes and your shins into the mat. Let's take an inhale to lean back and an exhale to stand up tall. So from the crown of your head, remember that crown that we said in the beginning? From that crown all the way down to your knees, your body is like a plank, a stiff piece of wood. It can't bend, it can only tilt. So that's what you're doing from your head to your knees. Tilting back and then reaching forward. Let's add a front raise. Inhale, lean. And exhale, lift. You got it. Give me 2 more. Here's our last one. And guess what? We're going to lean back and hold. You choose how much. This could be a baby lean or this could be a really big lean. Let's drive an imaginary steering wheel for 8, 7. If your thighs are starting to talk to you, you're doing something right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale, come to center. Exhale, canoe your arms to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, canoe your arms to the left. Beautiful. Leaning back as we rotate. One more each way, please. We're switching the position of the band after this next one. Woo. Come back to center. Stay kneeling, please, but bring the band behind your back, still around your forearms. Palms are facing each other. Let's actually bring our big toes to touch. Your knees stay as wide as your hips, more or less. Sit your hips halfway down toward your heels. So we're essentially in a kneeling squat position here. Roll your shoulders back, pull out on the band, and let's lift and lower the arms. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. I'm going to show you my arms in the back view here for what comes next. So it is a combo. Pulse out and in, lift up and down. Pulse out and in, lift up and down. You have 6. Woo. 5. I hope you're starting to feel the fire in your upper back, in the backs of the arms. We're also still continuing to work the legs and the glutes. Let's do one more. Final part of this series. Lift your arms all the way up, bend the elbows, and straighten. Reaching your pinky toes up toward the ceiling every time you straighten the arms. Shoulders stay wide, collarbone stays wide. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. And let's place it around our thighs. So again, just above your knees. That's going to be a little bit harder. If you bring the band closer to your hips, higher up on your thighs, it's going to feel a little bit easier. We've got some sideline work coming next. Make sure that your heels are directly in line with your hips and your shoulders, and you're supporting yourself on your bottom forearm. Let's scoop the belly button in and lift the bottom side off the mat. Here come clamshells. Exhale to open the top leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. So yes, we're working the glutes a lot, and you're about to feel it a lot in 1 second. But let's not lose our connection to our powerhouse. That's what Pilates is all about, is working from inside out and working from the center out toward the extremities. Because without a strong center that can stabilize you, you're not going to be able to move your arms and legs. Last one, open your clamshell and hold little pulses up. 8, 7, that top knee reaching up to the sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, straighten the top leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now you want to fix your knee in space so that knee does not move. Just your shin and your toes pointing out and in. Woo! Did I promise you that you were going to feel it? Are you? I hope you are, because I am. 2 more. Last one, let's straighten that leg. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm even suggesting this. Little circles. 8, 7. These are small, the size of a ping pong ball. 4, 3, 2. Let's reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Beautiful job. We're staying here for just 1 more second. Keep your bottom leg exactly as it is. Scoot your elbow a little bit closer so it's directly underneath your shoulder. And let's lift our hips up. Option to float your top leg up. Option to float your top arm up. We're here for 4. And 3. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to lower. Lift up and hold, please. Final challenge. Reach your arm overhead. Reach your leg back. Big inhale. Exhale. Pull knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Here's 4. 3. 2. Last one. Lower it down. Let's flip around and switch sides. We're almost done, my dear. We're going to finish the side lying series on the other side, then do a little bit work lying on our stomach, and then we're done. Find your clamshell when you're ready. Inhale to close the legs. Exhale to open. Quick peek. Check that your heels are directly in line with your hips. On your next exhale, scoop your navel in and lift your bottom side off the mat, like you're trying to push the floor away with your forearm. 2 more. Hold your legs wide open. Little pulses up for 8. 7. You're trying to pull the top knee up and back for 4. 3, 2, hold. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend. Remember, your knee stays fixed in space. How wide open your legs are is dictated by your hip mobility. Part of that's genetic, and part of that is how you've trained your body in the past. So no problem if your legs are just a few inches apart. I want you to maximize the work in those few inches. Whatever external rotation you have, we're working it. Last one. Leave that leg extended. Here's your circles. 8, 7, 6. Tiny, small ping pong sized circles, and reverse. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg. Keep your foundation as it is. We inhale to prepare. We exhale to lift the hips up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Option to float the top leg up. Option to take your top arm up. Final challenge coming on this side. In 3, 2, last one. Reach arm overhead, reach your leg slightly the back diagonal. Inhale. Exhale, pull elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull for 4. Keeping everything between your shoulders and your hips totally still. Just the arm and leg are moving. Last one. And lower down. Beautiful. As promised, we're finishing lying down on our stomach. So make your way onto your mat. You've got a couple options for your hands. Option 1, your band is in your hands and your elbows are next to your shoulders in a goalpost position. This is going to be a little bit less intense for your shoulders. If you want a little bit more, reach your arms overhead. And then from here, we're going to inhale to lift the upper body up just a little bit. Exhale, pull your elbows back, pull the band toward your chest. Inhale to extend. Exhale to pull. So if you're working with bent arms, you're staying around the level of your shoulders, doing a smaller range of motion. If you're doing a bigger range of motion, you might extend the arms all the way overhead. 2 more. Nose points down at the mat to keep your neck long. Now come back to your starting position. That could be goalpost or overhead. Let's do just the right side for 6 times. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull for 6. Just the right arm. 5. Your left arm is doing a lot of work to stabilize and support the other side of the band. Here's we switch sides. Pull back for 6. With the left arm now. 3. You get to put the band down right now. Put the band down. Reach your arms to the front corners of the mat and your legs to the back corners so your body makes a narrow X shape. Let's inhale to lift opposite arm and leg. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. Option 1, you stay right here, alternating sides. Option 2, you pick up the pace and find a Pilates swim where both arms and legs are hovering just an inch off the mat. Isolate the movement just to the arms and legs. Everything between your shoulders and hips stays still for 4, 3, 2, And 1. Whoo! Time to make our way back up to standing super job, my friend. Hands under shoulders. Push yourself up and back to a child's pose. Hips resting over your heels. Take a breath or two right here. You did so well. We accomplished a lot in just 25 minutes. Inhale forward to tabletop. Curl your toes under and send your hips up to a downward dog. Let's press one heel down and then the other. And then when you're ready, press both heels down. Walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Let's take one final big inhale at the bottom. And on the exhale, roll yourself up one vertebra at a time, stacking yourself back up to that optimal alignment we started with. Weight evenly distributed under your big toes, your pinky toes, and your heels. Knees softly bent. Take an inhale, arch your back. Exhale, flatten out your back. And on your next inhale, find yourself in neutral. Take an inhale, reach your chest forward, then back, then right, then left, and leave your chest in neutral. Inhale, reach your chin forward. Exhale, pull it back. And reset right in the center. So ear is over shoulder, shoulder is over hip. And finally, inhale, pick up your imaginary crown. Lift up the crown of your head to meet it. Place that crown on top. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me for Power Pilates. I can't wait to see you again soon.